wanted to see. Master Frost staff, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay, so the Elder Ox sold. Sold one. 6-1. So it took a couple of days. I can't remember what day it was, but it was probably about 2 days that it was listed on the market. It was less than a week. And so you can see that one of the oxes sold in Thetford. And then, let me see, that was Thetford. I sold a Swift Claw. Not bad. Swift Claws didn't cost me anything except food. And whatever, having a kennel, whatever it costs to put a kennel. There's another Swift Claw. I got a couple of babies out of those. So let's delete this one. So this is one. I sold one, and we'll delete that. And then I sold two. Here's another one. So that's 2 oxes in Thetford. And then this one I sold Elder Transport Ox for, it was about 100,000 less than the other one. So that's 3. Here's another one. Elder Transport Ox. And Elder Transport Ox in Thetford. That's actually 4. And then I sold 2 Journeyman Transport Oxes. Journeyman, I think those are tier 3. They don't, they still eat just as much as a tier 8. But the profit is not as high for that. And then I like to save that buy order until I actually pick it up. And where was that located? That was Fort Sterling. Okay. So you can see that, let me see. So if you look at my list here, I don't know if I can make this. Yeah, I guess I can make it bigger. So for my first mount, I sold it for 6,075,000 for the first mount. The mats cost me 7,500 to saddle one. And I purchased those in either Lymhurst or Fort Sterling. That's the best place to get the whitewood planks. So with all that being said, I sold 2. My total investment went down to 5,818, and then sold one. I believe this one here is, oh, you can't even see it. Cool. Hold on. This one here, I need to remove my chat cover. So that one, you see, I sold those 2 in Caerleon. And the only reason that I don't want to bring them out of Caerleon because the I'm using those to transport gear that I've actually crafted, and I sell it on the black market. So when I'm done crafting it and I do um, the transport with the group, what is that called? That is bandit assault. Then the ox, I didn't want to bring the ox back to the royal cities. So now with, let me see, here I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 oxes that I've sold. So now it's dropped my initial investment to 4,930,000. So each time I sell an ox, I'm averaging about 444,000 profit for each mount, and I am trying to save up to buy a mammoth. That's what my goal is. And then it will be, I will need to sell 675 mounts. So I have a ways to go, but I do feel that this is profitable. Selling oxes is a profitable investment, because by the time I sell, and at the time that this video was recorded, I had 22 oxes that needed to be saddled. And by the time I get done saddling all of them, on average, just for the mount, not for the whitewood planks, that's going to be a different, I don't think I factored that in to the cost, but we could do that. So we have 6,700 plus 500, 185 plus 250, 0, 92 divided by 22, and it's actually cost me about 310,000 on average. That's going to be my profit after I saddle and sell all of my mounts. And right now, whoops, put my chat cover back up. Let me see, I might not have access to this information from here, because it might be in the mounts to craft. Okay, that information is in here. So for tier 8 oxes, I have 15 left. 15 that I have to saddle. Tier 6 oxes, I have 21 of those to saddle. And I stopped growing the tier 3. I'm not growing tier 3 anymore. But you can see I've grown a lot of 26 tier 7 horses that are going to be armored horses. I'm just trying to get the mats together. And then 32 master horses that are going to be armored horses to go to the guild for ZVZs. And so yeah, I think 3 tier 7 Grandmaster Oxes. So these are profitable. It is very profitable once you put your silver into the initial investment, which is going to be expensive. I'm not saying it's not, because you do have to have an island. So you have to have at least one island. You want at least one of these plots on your island. If you use just one island to start with, you want one of these plots to be a pasture, which I have lots of pastures. And then you want the rest to be farms, and you could do that. You don't have to, do it a little bit at a time. You want at least a level 2 or 3 to start out with. That would definitely give you enough. Okay. So I just wanted you to know that this was profitable. All right, so good luck on your islands. And I need to feed these guys. While I'm feeding these guys, think about the profit that you're going to get from all of your mounts that you're going to grow. And thanks for watching. Bye.